My fellow Americans, back in 1961, when John F. Kennedy took office, the famous words of his inaugural address were, "The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans." And now, more than 40 years later, that speech makes a resounding echo. Hello, my name is Alekhya, and if I were President of the United States, there are many things I would do. Coming from the world's biggest democracy and living here in the world's most powerful democracy gives me the unique opportunity to serve this country proudly. The first thing that I would do if I were the President of the United States is I would withdraw all of our troops from Iraq and Afghanistan. We are not needed nor wanted in the Middle East, and the reason for that is simple. 10 years ago, the war on terrorism and spreading democracy to theocratic governments seemed very likely and very wonderful. But now, after thousands of people are dead and after millions are wounded, there doesn't even seem like a clear reason why we're still there. Major Al-Qaeda leaders are dead, and the threat to dictators has become the civilians, not any other global power. Therefore, the faster we pull out of the Middle East, the better. As president, another thing that I would do is add more and more energy-efficient laws. Time is running out for the human race if we keep continuing to waste non-renewable resources and if we keep trashing recyclable items. There is a hole in the ozone layer, and the North Pole is melting. If this isn't enough, then there are so many more hurricanes than there used to be. There are more and more tropical storms. Minnesotans have not experienced a white Christmas this year. And record number of high temperatures have been happening in many places across the south of the United States. So, something must be done to stop Mother Earth from bleeding. If I were president, I will create laws that help us use resources such as solar, hydrogen, wind, and biochemical power to keep this country running. And I will help pass bills that make every business eco-friendly. We as humans depend on the environment, and we need to do something before it is too late. If I were the American president, I would encourage more people, especially the younger generation, to become more active in politics. Instead of listening to students say that they want to be in a profession that benefits them, wouldn't it be wonderful to hear them say that they want a job in the public sector in order to better their country? Every 4 and 6 years, we all go to the voting booth and cast our votes on who should represent us, but most people don't even know who they are represented by. How many of us would be able to tell you the names of our congressmen and congresswomen off the top of our heads? It is for that reason that we as a country need to become more involved in politics. The future of America rests upon it. This country is based on fundamental principles of a human being. As the president, I can uphold this view, and if I were president, I would again bring our troops back home and reestablish our ties with Europe. I would create more and more energy-efficient laws, and I would make this country again, more environmentally friendly and reduce each civilian's carbon footprint. I would commend the people who are brave enough to represent the United States because the fate of this country rests on its future leaders. As a country, we would help appreciate those that live and die for America. The princes among us are those who forget themselves and serve mankind. And on this philosophy, let us all carry on the legacy of this great country and become better people in the process. Thank you, and God bless America.